Hi everyone, and welcome to another extraordinary episode of Trip Around the Multiverse with your host, the man whose mutation is my skin can stretch for 6 feet, and that's it, Kyle Charles, and
the man who's basically a knockoff of Jim Carrey, Riddler in Batman Forever, C.Y. Chung.
And today we are going to talk about the X-Men, I want to say adjacent, but other X-Men live action properties in a way.
Well, Well, here's the thing. I would say the only one that might be related to the X-Men. There's two. Gifted could be in the X-Men universe because they don't contradict anything.
Yeah.
Well, okay, they do and they don't, right? But we'll get to that in a bit.
It's not as egregious, but yeah.
Yeah. New Mutants. I wouldn't say definite, but definitely not either. Generation X is definitely not.
No.
And Legion doesn't seem like it would be, but it could be.
Yeah, Legion, they kind of skirt around it. So it's like, it could be, can't be. We haven't said it isn't. Yeah.
Well, it takes place in the 60s, right? But if Professor X is James McAvoy in the 60s, who's like 20-something, then how can David Heller be that age, right?
Legion's set in the 60s.
Is it not saying? Okay. Maybe it's when he's flashing back. Yeah. Wait, hold on. So, okay. Maybe I'm getting mixed. All right. So when did you think it took place?
I just thought it was placed like in modern day, but
that's the thing. The funny thing isn't. I think because it flashes back it doesn't flashback, right? But what it is when he's in his mind, some of that stuff does not look modern.
Yeah, I just thought that just because of his flashbacks, that's why it was like that.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe that's why it is.
Yeah, because everything.
But those things where I was like,
it's kind of like modern day. So I was like,
yeah, exactly. So I was like, oh, all right, okay. Yeah. But to be fair, I've only watched the first 3 episodes of this.
Yeah, I've watched the first 2 seasons. I only watched the second, the third one.
So last time when we were doing X-Men, the X-Men prequel series, and I said, okay, yeah, we'll just check out the first 2 episodes of the series, Legion and Gifted, and then we'll watch the other movies. Well, I ended up watching 4 episodes of Gifted because that's when the first story arc finishes. Yeah. And then I was like, all right, I watched the first 3 episodes of this because I watched the first 2 episodes of Legion, and I was like, all right, is it okay? They didn't like episode 2 did not seem like that's what you should watch a bit more, right? So I did, but then I was like, okay, I probably need to watch the rest of it to know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, which we can do one day at some point. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing, right? Okay, so to you, and then I'll answer myself.
Yep.
Which of these, as far as let's say the pilot episode or the first story arc or whatever, which of these 4 would you like to see more of? Yeah.
Oh.
Just as far as the first couple of episodes. Just pretend you only seen the first bits. But because you saw all of Gifted,
I've
right?
seen all of Gifted, yeah.
Just pretend you watched the first 4 episodes like I did.
Gifted probably the one because I got really into the characters and stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. I will watch more. Finish watching Gifted.
Yeah.
Because I was very. It caught my attention. It definitely did.
Yeah. Generation X.
Nah. Right. I thought it was going to be so bad. It was good, but it's just actually bad.
Yeah. For some reason, though, I thought to myself, "You're going to like this." For some reason, I don't know why. I thought that.
Well, the thing is, it's trash, but it's not good trash. That's the thing. And the one guy who acts over the top in it, he ruins everything else because he's so completely out of it. Like he's not playing the same as everyone else who's pretending to be. They're stereotypes, but at least they know they're in the same movie. Yeah.
But it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that one guy, he seemed like he was. He when you make fun, like Jason Momoa in Fast and Furious 10, he's having the time of his life and he's enjoying it, right?
Yeah.
But he's still sticking with the type of movie that he's in.
Yeah.
Well, this guy was like,
yeah.
This guy didn't care and just was like, yep, I'm just going to go completely overboard. Like,
but you know what I think, I'm pretty sure someone just said to him, hey, because this guy, if I remember correctly, because I've heard his voice before, I'm pretty sure he's like a voice actor, and he done some Jim Carrey cartoons, for example, like Dumb and Dumber and stuff.
The mask as well, right?
Yeah. And I was like, hey, you kind of sound like him, so you want to be Jim Carrey? So like, is that the only direction you're giving me? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
well, to be fair,
swung for the fences and missed.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. To be fair, if they asked him to do that impression and he did it, then how could you fault him? Because he did do exactly what. But the whole thing was terrible, and I do not want to see any more of it.
No.
We'll get into more details of it afterwards. Legion, would you say to me, watch more of it?
Yeah, it's really good.
Right.
It's really good.
Okay. Maybe the episodes that I've seen is the setup.
Yeah, it is setup, because like a lot of it comes back near the end. And you're like, oh, okay.
Right. I mean, I was going to watch anyways because it wasn't extensively long.
Yeah.
I think there's like 24 episodes in total, roughly, or something like that.
I think altogether, yeah.
Yeah, so I was going to watch the rest of it, but as far as those episodes so far, it didn't intrigue me to watch everything, to continue watching it as much as when I was watching Gifted, I'm like, oh yeah, I should probably watch the rest of the series, but I have to stop that because I have to watch the other stuff.
Yeah. Because in total, Legion is 27. All like 3 seasons come with 27 episodes. So yes.
All right. Well, I know Charles Xavier's in it later on, so I do want to. I'm intrigued to watch it because of stuff, not because of itself at the moment, but because of other stuff. However, if you're telling me it's good, I'll keep with it. All right, New Mutants. What did you think of that?
I liked New Mutants. I don't know why it took me 3 years to watch it. I actually liked it.
Okay, so shall we start with New Mutants as we're right at the end of it? Yeah.
Yeah, start with it.
Okay, so if this was a 2-part pilot episode or 6-part TV series or something like that, and the New Mutants in the asylum, they're trying to find out what's going on. Not the asylum, but wherever it is, yeah? All right, I get it. I'll stick with it because it's intriguing, yeah? However, as a movie in itself, that long, that quick, I was like, yeah, it didn't... It's supposed to be horror, which I don't mind.
Yeah.
That aspect, I got some parts of it, but then it's like, well, the horror is not Mr. Sinister or anything like that.
Yeah, because of what happens. But
it's Daniel Moonstar who can't control her mutation, her vision, the mutation that she has that creates visions and stuff like that. So it's okay, so the new person caused all the problems because she can't control. All right, I mean, there should have been something else to it. That's what I was thinking. It's like,
not like from what I've read, there actually was going to be more to it, but then lots of stuff had to get changed and all this stuff because of the Disney.
There's a lot. There's a lot of fiddling background stuff, like they were saying about having to do reshoots, and they put it created it one way, and then they were asked to do other things with it, and then they were like, actually switch it back, but you're already in the post-production stages, so it's kind of hard. And there were a lot of pickups they were being asked to do and stuff like that, and then because of COVID, they end up not. Was it COVID?
No, because of the it's basically the Disney Fox merger that kind of messed it all
that's
up.
it. Something messed it all up. And then people aged, not aged, but when you go from that, Maisie Williams especially when she go from that young to however many years later when they were doing the other stuff, and she would have changed height.
Yeah.
So I was like, if it was a TV movie,
I don't know,
that's cleaned up a bit, fair enough. Yeah, the special effects did look good. Well, no, I did like some of their special effects. I want to say they were the greatest, but they did look nice.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah, well,
they did the thing with Magic where they creator had only her arm in that armor or whatever it was, and the sword.
Yeah, but that's a power.
Yeah,
but then it's like Magic's a tricky character to sort of get her origins in because her origin is quite weird. Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad they took the basics of it.
Yeah.
And just kind of left out that.
Yeah, basically, because you got to explain that her first power is to teleport, but then she gets stuck in limbo for couple of years with Storm, and then she learns magic, and yeah. Very complicated.
So why were you a fan of New Mutants? Well, not necessarily. Okay, you say you're a fan of it, or are you going to say it was intriguing enough that
I was a fan of it.
Okay.
I like the story. I thought the story was pretty intriguing.
Yeah, I got the idea of the story. Yeah, that was I could say I could roll with.
At first, I only liked one or two of the characters. Then they all kind of grew on me. Even Magic at the end, because she comes off as a right cow, and then you kind of find out why she's a cow. And, okay, and then she becomes more friendly. I kind of like, not the fake out, but kind of saw it coming anyway. The whole we're training you to become like X-Men sort of thing. Then you find out no, it's not the X-Men. It's Mr. Sinister.
Yeah.
And I thought I like that. I don't know. I like the camaraderie between the children.
Yeah.
They changed a bit of stuff. I was like, oh, that's different.
Yeah.
Like Danny, they changed her sexuality because realistic in the comics, which is a character they left out. Karma, she's the lesbian, if I remember correctly.
Wait, and Wolfsbane
is now.
Yeah,
but she's always been like bisexual.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the bit where everyone thought she was gay, and then she got pregnant by a half man, half werewolf person. And they had a baby, who actually was a Norse god. Yeah, don't.
All right. Well, hey, them gods gonna do them god things, right?
So,
we know Zeus can't.
Yeah.
Zeus can't keep it straight.
Yeah. But
yeah. Well, look, I don't think I just thought the payoff at the end was a bit simple. It feels someone else that it set up as though there was someone else creating a fear entity or whatever, right? But then it wasn't, and that's what I kind of didn't like.
I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly as well.
First of all, I just going to say, if say the mansion was at or wherever they are, the facility was actually haunted by some other mutant or whatever, and they all teamed up to fight it, then I'd be like, all right.
I don't know, because that seems kind of out of nowhere. That's why I was like, that'd be weird.
That's what I'm saying, is the build would have to be like, who's creating the fear visions, or are they real or whatever? But then it's just like, okay, New Girl did it, rightio.
But that kind of makes sense, because how they betrayed, like, they didn't know her powers until then, so that makes sense. If it was like, some things just haunted them, like, okay, what backstory do you have to connect into any of these people? That's kind of
true. It's true. So you were saying before I interrupted you.
Yeah, because the New Mutant missing from the original. Because if I remember correctly, the original New Mutants is Cannonball, Magic.
Cannonball, who is very different here than the Sam Guthrie from the comics, as far as personality is concerned.
I wouldn't say it.
Isn't it a bit more? Okay, go on.
Because like when he's early, like when he first became Cannonball, he was kind of like this. Then he got more confident when he became a part of X-Force with like Cable and that. And that's how he
okay. To be fair, I never read New Mutants, but I will accept that if you're doing missions with Cable, you will start being a bit more sure of yourself.
Yeah, and because at first he was like, "Oh, I'm scaredy cat," and then he becomes like, "Hey, I'm king-ish." Yeah. They're missing out Karma, who her powers are kind of weird anyway. Yeah, she can mentally possess other people's bodies. So that's one character they're missing from all this. And they kind of merged her personality kind of with Danny Moonstar, aka Mirage, who's also not a mutant anymore, but yeah. During, because of M-Day. But I liked it. It's good. The person, they did change the I'll say the villain of the story. No, the person who's looking after him.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I like that there's no... Okay, Now I'm going to contribute to slightly, right?
Yeah.
But as far as good points go in the movie that it was presented to me, I did like that there was no definitive bad guy.
Yeah.
The Doctor, she was cool. She was trying to look after them, but obviously she is a part of the wider facility that is the Essex Corporation or whatever. And if they're like, yeah, these mutants are out of control, we got to get rid of.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I see that.
Like, they changed her though, because in the comics she's like a good guy.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to say she's specifically a bad guy.
That's why she's not really bad, because even at the end when she got told she got put down Danny Moonstar, she was kind of like apprehensive about it. She's like, oh, I don't really want to do this, but
but at the same time, it's more like if that person can't control their powers,
she's doing the right thing, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's a scientifically logical-minded decision.
Yeah.
Without emotions.
Yeah.
Well, not without emotions, because she's like, all right, this makes sense though. What we're gonna have to finish, get rid of Danny Moonstar.
Yeah, she's like, oh,
so yeah, it's just one of those things where in the context of it, you're killing someone. At the same time, you kind of like,
sorry, dude.
All right, so I'll tell you what's kind of funny, and I don't know if you might have a different opinion on this as well. Maisie Williams' Scottish accent, right? When I was listening to it, I was like, I was like, I didn't catch on that it was Scottish. I thought she was trying to do an American accent, but her English accent kept on slipping through.
Oh, wow.
And then later on, I was like, oh, actually, this is... when I saw that, I was like, oh, what kind of accent was she going for? And then when I saw it was Scottish accent, I was like, oh, okay, I can see, I understand.
Yes, I can see the attempt. Yeah.
Well, no, it's the attempt. It's just like I'm listening out for something else because I'm assuming because it takes place in America, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, either she's going to be American or English because she is English and she's maybe playing an American character. And I was like, all right, but when it's Scottish, I was like, oh, okay, now I'm getting into the vibe of what it's meant to be.
Yeah. Because, like, Strange, I was going to say, like, I think with her, like some characters, they just tend to forget about where they're ethnically from or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think with her character...
Wait, you mean the actors forget, or you mean the people writing it just, like...
people writing it, they just tend to forget. Like, it doesn't matter.
Like, Constantine is American.
Yeah. Because, like, sometimes it doesn't really matter their character, because it doesn't really pay any, like...
Yeah.
But with her whole sort of character is revolving about being Scottish, so I guess you kind of have to add that. Like, who else is there? Someone we were talking about before.
What? Sunspot?
But even Sunspot, you kind of get around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like, the way you kind of get around him not having like a Brazilian accent is that he's rich, so he's been probably going to like expensive schools to have not to have the accent, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like, for example, if Sam Gumphrey, because it's in his character as well, he is like from the southern states and has the whole kind of like grift to it.
I don't know what your impression of the accent was.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that. But you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Like, if he didn't have that,
it sounds like Rogue. Yep.
Yeah. Then I'd be like, no.
Or Colonel KFC.
Like, I do declare.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, you couldn't really do that.
Yeah.
That's why Emma Frost didn't kind of work, because she's known for being British, and like she was British. And like,
Would you think it would make more sense if instead of that scientist, it was Emma Frost as that scientist lady?
Nah. One, because they've kind of already used Emma Frost.
In the
movies.
It's true.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. But either way, it's...
Yeah, so we will say we have a difference of opinion on... Oh, no. I don't say specifically a difference of opinion on this. I like it if it was... So they finished that particular... Like, say if it was the first arc of a series, and say it was an 8-episode series or something like that. Even if it was a 6-episode series, and when they finished that, they go on to... Now they're out, and they're going to do the other things. I'd be like, I can get behind that. But it just didn't as a movie that concludes. Supposed to. I don't know if they were planning on sequels or whatever.
There was.
Yeah. I don't mind it being a confined area because I'm like, yeah, that does work sometimes.
Because originally this was meant to be like a 3-part. Because the next one was going to go into have I don't think the character. It's going to have Warlock and Mr. Sinister and stuff, and then I think one was meant to be set in space. But I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, then they just didn't get through it, sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
stupid Disney buyout.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, were you okay when you heard about it? Were you looking forward to watching it, considering it was coming out at the tail end of when Dark Phoenix was coming out?
Yeah, I was kind of looking forward to it. Oh yeah, cool.
You thought this might revive the X-Men franchise?
No, I didn't think that.
Okay.
Well, I thought that'd be cool because this is when they sort of had like other plans. Like I wrote off Gambit from day one because Gambit's not happening. That's stupid. Okay. So like looking forward to this. There's other other X-Men sort of related films it's going to have, but obviously didn't happen because of this.
Okay. What? Okay. Which ones do you want to speak about next? Actually, should we speak about Legion next? Because I don't think I have particularly a lot to say. About it. Same. But you can then start filling me in on stuff that happens later. Not necessarily fill me in, but make me more intrigued to see if anything happens later on. Yeah. Although, like you say, I'll probably watch it anyways.
Yeah.
But I thought it was fine. I like a lot of the ideas of what's in his head and what isn't in his head.
Yeah.
What's he accidentally manipulating and what is actually going on, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously you can't. The stuff I like is you don't know specifically what's going on because he don't know either.
Yeah. Mm.
So that's something. But then at the same time, it's like, okay, I'm sure it'll all make sense. I just have to keep on watching. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, basically, is that lots of like, oh wow, that's cool, and then that's weird.
Right.
Well, sure.
So the first 3 episodes, as far as I've watched, you're saying it doesn't give you too much as to what is going on. You kind of just have to keep on.
Yeah, but like there's little bits you got to kind of look out for, and they'll like kind of call back to it, like, oh.
Mm-hmm. When you watched it, then what were you? How did you find it?
I found it like at first as like not slow. I was like, oh, okay, this is a bit.
Yeah.
I want to say artsy fartsy sort of like that, but then as you get more and more when you see like some of the other characters come in, you're like, oh, that's weird how he interacts with that person. And then the relationship kind of bring you back.
When the girl said, when that girl he first met, don't touch me, I'm like, oh, is that because she's not real? But then they're like, oh, her mutant powers, she'll swap minds with the people that touch her. So fair enough. I thought though it was going to be a fake out and she never existed.
Yeah. Because I thought that at first as well, but then
oh, no. But then it's the other character because later on it's Aubrey Plaza's character that doesn't exist. I don't know if she ever existed because I haven't got that far at that point, but.
Yeah, that's quite a good turn when you find out what happens with her. So, yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, no. I think I might have got past that one. That's in the first 3 episodes. Well, no, it doesn't. It shows that something happened to her.
Yeah, and I'm saying
I'm trying to be vague because I don't want you to. I'm trying to be vague because I don't want you to spoil it if I haven't got to that particular point.
No, that's why I'm not saying anything because I'm not gonna say what it is.
But it has shown something. However, if that is one part of the actual major thing, we can't speak about it there.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna.
Right, but the execution of the idea of it is fun, but I still don't know what's going on at 100%. You know?
Yeah.
Because you're like, what's my through line? What am I looking at? What's the story being told here? And if it all comes to conclusion at the end, fine, that's all right. If it's meant to be like, here's the puzzle, and it's meant to intrigue you to finish it, I'd be like, I'm like, all right, kind of, but I'm a little bit like, it's not as straightforward as, give me some more to see, so I can start putting the things together. Yeah. However, if you're like, okay, you're following the mind of the character and he's he's a bit like to quit. You know, when they question him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And even he doesn't know what's going on 100%. It's like, all right, we are meant to follow the mind frame of the character who. You seen Memento?
No, I haven't. No.
Okay. Well, that's the basis of Memento, without spoiling it. The character's got that short-term amnesia, so he doesn't remember.
I kind of know the gist of it. Yeah. He's tapping himself and stuff. Yeah.
When you see something happen, the movie then play like another bit happens in the movie, like it skips back and forth through different not timelines, but the days before, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right. And so you have something happen. Then you will have something. It'll show you something else from a different timeline, and then maybe couple of days before, couple of days afterwards, and then it'll go back to the thing you saw originally, but maybe 10 minutes before that. So then it leads you to show things are slightly different. However, there is a Easter egg on the disc to play in actual order, chronological order, and the movie does not come off as good.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
No, if you know what's going on, like the way it's told is meant to be fractured. So you can't. Okay, fair enough. You're curious to know what's going on in the way that the character sees it, so you play it that way. But yeah, it just makes the movie a bit more straightforward and less intriguing.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, did you think Charles Xavier would make an appearance?
No, I didn't think that.
Also, when he did make an appearance, you were like, "Huh? Oh, okay."
Wait, what season does he make an appearance in?
In Legion.
Yeah, well, did he make an appearance in like?
Oh, well, you saw the first 2 seasons, right?
Yeah.
He's in season 3.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, so yeah, all right. So clearly, yeah, you got to probably watch that as well then.
Yeah, I'll watch that. Oh.
Okay, but you're saying stick with it. And,
I say stick with it. It's pretty good. Dan Stevens is a very good David Hedder. What's his name?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't know too much about him other than he caused the Age of Apocalypse by trying to kill Magneto, and then Charles jumped in the way, and that he's Charles's kid with Moira McTaggart.
No.
Oh, who is it? He's
Charles's kid with this Israeli lady he met on one of his missionary.
And was Moira McTaggart looking after him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. That's why I just assumed that it was his mother.
Yeah, no.
I
think she dies.
Yeah, because he kills her, right? Accidentally.
I think so. Or she dies doing something.
Well, in either case, she probably dies and comes back because this is the X-Men. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how many times has most of the main characters dying to come back? You know.
Trying to think. Yeah, like I think actually I don't think she does come back. I think because she's like a minor character, she doesn't come back. 'Cause everyone who's sort of like a character, like they'll be dead for about 4 years and then it's up here or something.
Yeah. In the comic book time, 4 years is probably like 2 months or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's speak about Generation X. All right, and then we'll do Gifted at the end because I would say Generation X is meant to be kind of what Gifted is.
Yeah.
But not.
Yes, that's the best
way. So let's do the crap one first and then the good one later.
Yeah, that's the best way of putting it, yeah. Generation X. I watched it, but I just couldn't care for it whatsoever.
Man, I don't know. Okay. Now, a couple of things in this. When Skin's sister, he's going off to mutants, he's going off to school, right? Whatever, right?
Yeah.
He's in the car. She grabs his arm. And you think, she just don't want him to go or nothing like that. No, she pulls his arm, so his skin stretches. He's screaming, and she's got this look on her face like, "Yeah, I'm torturing you. I'm torturing you good."
Yeah, right.
I'm like, whoa, and he's like, "Oh, it hurts. Stop it." I'm like, wow, that kid's a psycho. That little kid's a psycho right here.
Okay, cool. You're trying to be discreet about him being a mutant, but then you obviously just do that so people know he's mutant now. Great stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then, but the very beginning, I thought Emma Frost I thought she was an American faking an English accent.
No.
But turns out she's actually English, and I'm like, why did I think that then? However, Banshee is a Canadian.
Yeah,
trying to be Irish.
Oh, Irish. So why are they Scottish? Irish. Yeah.
Well, that's because you probably it's like they're pretending and you don't know.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, this is.
Yeah. The only thing good in this is that they just happen to be in the mansion that's also used in Smallville and X-Men for continuity reasons, right?
Oh yeah, that's why it looked familiar.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. But everything else was like,
terrible.
Whatever. Yeah. I mean, not to say that they tried to kind of semi-imitate the X-Men animated series first episode with Jubilee in the arcade.
Yeah.
But them special effects were terrible.
Terrible.
The only reason I knew it was Jubilee is because she had the yellow jacket.
Yep.
You know, like, all right.
And looking very white, yeah.
Yeah, as you do, because...
Yeah. Oh, I just don't understand. Everyone knows Jubilee is like Asian American.
Well, yeah, even if she was half or whatever, right? But
she doesn't look nothing whatsoever.
I was like, Emma Frost. Emma Frost's outfits. I don't know what's going on there, right? And in my head, I was laughing because when there was a bit where she's waking up in bed, right, and she's got Negligee J on, and I was like, oh yeah, well that is Emma Frost kind of, right? If she just walks out into the classrooms and start teaching in that, I'm like, yeah, because Emma Frost wears what Emma Frost wears.
Yeah, she does her thing. Yeah, cool, but it's just. Yeah, I didn't get the Emma Frost vibe from her. If I'm honest. No.
She did mention about how her first team went downhill, and I was like, oh, they mentioned the Hellions because the back. If you know the backstory, but the problem is, of course, it's just not line. Because it's not like they mention it as though she has to learn her lessons from what she did previously to help this team. And the other thing is like you don't know the actual consequences of what happened to the previous team either.
No.
So. Is it just a nod and wink to the people that know from the comic book community, whatever, you know?
Yeah, I think it is, but then I don't.
And all of the boys just being horny teens, and I was like, okay. So I don't know, I can't remember what that girl was called, but I'll just call her Buff because that's what her power's meant to be. She's supposed to be muscular. Except the actress wears loose fit clothing. But it's not as if she has a muscle suit underneath it to give the bulk of it.
Yeah.
And then one of the guys, the fake Cyclops, who apparently has X-ray vision, so you can see people's underwear as well. Which I'm like, what? Sense. Okay, yeah. He's like, oh yeah. So another bit with Skin where they're playing American football and they're being the jocks. Yeah. And when the guy takes the ball off him. His arms, his Skin is screaming because then when you look at when it shows the next scene, the Skin's arm is trapped underneath the guy's arm, which has the football, and he's like, okay, I don't know what, and I'm like, what? You can just open your arm and the guy can get his arm back. No.
Sure.
He had to get tackled by the buff girl, and then the buff girl had to. Then the other guy, this fake Cyclops, helped take that girl off. That dude. But then he tries liaisons with her, and then he accidentally his powers kick in. The powers that I don't know if he actually has or has not at that time because he's joking about I can see through walls.
Yeah,
and stuff
and then no, you
can't. But it's like, hold on a minute. Yeah? If you don't know if you have that power, how are you joking about it? And I know if you're joking about it, you pretend you have it, but then you accidentally do actually have it. Very coincidental.
Yeah. That's cool. No. Terrible writing, but
yeah. And then I was like, tried to hook up with the girl, and then his power did kick in, and he looked away, and then he's like, and then that dude, the first joke to be like, did you see her? And he goes, oh yeah, well, blah blah blah. He's trying to boast, but kind of not. Yeah. And then later on in the episode, he apologized to her, and he goes, my powers did kick in at the inconvenient time, but I didn't look. I promise you. And I'm like, well, wait out. You're probably going to have to do a bit more than that after all the time you've been perving on her, kind of, but not really, because you pretended you have the power at that time, which you didn't, but then you'd end up did. And then, so at what point does she know you was faking it and not faking it?
Exactly. That's the kind of thing, like, dude, you've dug yourself a hole already, so keep digging, baby. It's just like...
I found it especially hilarious when... they're like, oh, Buff doesn't like to get dressed in front of everyone. Like she doesn't, even if it's just all girls there, she doesn't want people dressed with the other girls because she thinks she's a freak because she's too muscular, right?
Yeah.
So then there's one point I think they're going to the shopping mall. She gets to take her sweater off or something. Jubilee busts in, and you see Jubilee look, and it's clearly a female bodybuilder or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because that back is massive with a wig on. Yeah. And then when the switches back to Jubilee, kind of shocked, and then Buff Girl turn around, and she's like, why don't you knock before you come in? But her body's back to normal.
Yeah.
Like, back to the normal actress body. I'm like, oh my goodness. If you just close up to the girl's face, you could have probably got away with it.
Yeah, not like show her whole body. Like, oh, okay.
Not necessarily the whole body, it's like shoulders and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
like
whatever you're supposed to pretend that is someone else's body, like have a lamp or like a section of the clothing or like a wardrobe, whatever, something in the way.
Yeah.
But no, because
so...
this movie don't care itself.
No.
Yeah.
It's all stupid.
Yeah. What did you think of the plot? Jeez, the plot.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. What was the plot? I couldn't figure it out. Something about that the bad guy, wasn't he Tresh or whatever his name is. I kept on thought they were saying Trask, like Bolivar Trask, but no, it's Tresh. Yeah. Like, is he in a coma when he's using psych abilities to try and get people to get out of a coma? I'm confused.
Yeah, so I don't think so. He doesn't start in the coma, but he's like, oh, these. As far as I'm getting, right? Oh, these mutants can communicate with dreams. I'm like, when was it? Okay. So it seems to me that you people didn't know what Cerebro was.
Yeah.
So you just took the basics of what you thought Cerebro was and used it. Like, oh, that's how mutant minds are connected and stuff like that. And it's like, no. Xavier uses Cerebro to enhance his mental capabilities to find mutants. That's how that works.
Yeah.
But you think for some reason you wear this helmet and then it allows you to communicate with mutants in dreams.
No.
And somehow manipulate those. It's an Inception before Inception as well. Because, this is creepy. It's how the girl that was bullying Skin, the normal Homo sapien girl. This guy goes in her dream, tweaks her mind, so then she becomes infatuated with Skin. And I'm like, right?
But the other problem as well, like, again, like you said about the Cerebro thing, is only psychics can use Cerebro.
Exactly, and this guy's a normal human.
Yeah.
Who uses it for wacky fun because he makes those...
for hijinks, yeah.
Yeah, the shareholders... at 10 a.m. you're gonna all have pass gas in some sort of fashion, and then you see farts and burps and stuff like that. And you're like, right, okay, yeah,
sure.
And he's so over the top. It's just like
ridiculous. It's yeah. It's not funny.
But like you're saying, okay, so they pull the plug on his dream thing, whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
His mind gets lost.
Yeah.
In the dream world.
Yeah.
And somehow he's communicating. So Skin decides, there's a dream machine in I want to say Xavier Mansion, but the Generation X mansion. I'm gonna get me and Jubilee gonna go use it. Yeah. I'm like, jeez.
Yeah, it was
okay.
It made no sense whatsoever. But
yeah. Well, it's at least. They give you some as much foreshadowing as I don't even necessarily can, but there is some foreshadowing because when Jubilee goes into the dream machine and Skin says, "Look, if something happens, I cannot unplug you like straight up because that will cause your mind to be lost in the dream world." Yeah, so we're just gonna have to slowly bring you out of it, whatever, right? But yeah, so when the police do it and they unplug this Russell dude, to Dr. Russell, his mind gets lost in the dream world.
Yeah. I was like, okay, I guess this is where we're going with this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And there was what was it? Okay, so when Skin's on the date with the girl whose mind got altered to be attracted to him, which then you feel like red flags yourself because that Dr. Russell said he was going to do it as a favor for Skin. Anyways.
Yeah, you're like, red flag.
Yeah. So then you had you had the Generation X people, mutants, and then you got the jocks from the scene where they're bullying him, Skin before, and they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a little ruck just because we can, because we're Homo sapiens and you're evil muties or whatever. There was this third group of people, and I was like, oh okay, they're gonna be something, but they're not. No. I like, unless you're gonna say, oh, to me, this was a pilot, obviously, and there's stuff that happens later on in the series. Even that group could have been the Hellions.
Yeah, it would make more sense.
You know, something that is like, okay, we're part of this, but we're not unless there's something that whatever, right? But no, they're just like a random group there that steps forward, kind of. So you're thinking they're part of something to do with something, right? No, except they're nothing to do with nothing. All right. Yeah. I can't. There's a lot of things that
I legit don't know what the story is.
Yeah.
And like,
all I know is that at some point, the guy who got put in the dream. Okay, as basic as I can say, some dude created a dream machine to alter people's minds. Even though that's like more than a third of the way actually through the pilot.
Yeah.
He gets lost in a dream world. Other mutants. I can't even explain. Here's the thing, right? You can explain the movie probably in a couple of sentences, if you want to strip it to the basics as far as possible, right?
Wait.
This.
Yeah, I just realized. Wait. This is like a weird rip-off of Batman Forever.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. It kind of is, isn't it?
Yeah.
With bits of Inception.
Yep.
And I don't know. And Lawnmower Man? I don't know. There's lots of bits and pieces.
Yeah.
There's lots of bits and pieces of stuff that just doesn't. Look, you could have just made it very straightforward.
Yeah.
Why make it completely? Yeah.
I don't.
I definitely. What I did like. What I did like was the costumes. The costume at the end.
Yeah, that was pretty okay.
Yeah, it looked like a Generation X costume.
Yeah.
To be fair though, when you're watching the entire movie of trash and you see the one little bit of light, you're like, yeah,
yep,
that's cool. How because it might not actually look good at all. Yeah. However, even looking all right, it's looking really good at this point.
Yeah, you're like, you met the bare minimum.
yeah. So okay, so as far as watching, seeing that costume, I was like, oh yeah, they do look like Generation X costumes, like at the time, the red thingamajig.
Yeah.
However, I do believe it's supposed to be the buff girl in the costume, yeah.
Yeah.
But she was normal body size.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
Yeah.
Thankfully, she was a OG character, OC character, original creation. She wasn't in the comics or nothing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm kind of glad about that.
Yeah,
Same with what's his name's Reflect, the guy with the fake Cyclops powers. Yeah, they're made for the film. They was made for this. They're not comic characters. Because I was thinking, there's like, I was kind of reading Generation X at this time.
Yeah.
I don't remember none of these two characters. And I was like, oh, they're not
What
real.
was the guy who the guy with the powers to absorb, because he absorbed the rock and then he went over to let the guy punch him in the face. What was that?
Mondo.
Okay, and he's the actual character?
Yeah.
Alright, let me just go through the characters and you can tell me whether they're actual or not.
Alright.
Monet.
Yep.
If they're consistent with their powers in the comics.
Alright, yeah, I don't know.
So Monet's abilities were... I like it. She was boasting but not boasting because she's like, these are my abilities. And then she lists a long off list of abilities. And Jubilee's like, are you showing off? He goes, well, it's my abilities.
That's her powers, just like the comics. Yeah, she's one of the perfect mutants, apparently. Yeah, so that is her power.
Jubilee. Oh, tell me as well, racially casting, is Monet right as well?
No, because she's like Algerian, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Yeah. But then in the comics, she's drawn... It's weird. Sometimes she's drawn more black looking, sometimes she's not. It's weird.
Well, you know what? When you start reading when you read all through the Wally West Flash, you see that Linda Park kind of changes here and there as well,
Yeah.
facially.
It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah. It just might be an artist to artist thing.
Yeah. Or people. Yeah, it's a weird one. It doesn't bother me, to be fair. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's only if, for example, if they drew Psylocke white, then that'd be something.
That'd be something.
Right.
Like, oh, that's a bit weird.
All right. But then again, Betsy Braddock is white, and she did an Asian body, so that is kind of a bad example then, I guess, because it depends on who you're drawing at the time, right?
Yeah, it's kind of bad.
Okay. Yeah. So
he is in the comic. He's actually Samoan. But hey,
who?
Mondo.
Oh, Mondo. Right.
Yeah. Oh, so it's about M. Yeah. Sorry. Monet. Yeah. M.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't remember the name, but I do actually remember M though.
Yeah, that's her mutant. That's the new name she goes by. M.
Okay. We'll go to Mondo next. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's black here?
Yes, but he's actually Samoan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And his powers are
what they are. He can he can absorb stuff and then take the properties from it.
Okay.
Yeah.
As
he
far as
didn't last long. He's a clone of a bad guy as well. It's
okay.
Mutants and clones, You know.
Yeah. That's a whole nother thing. But is his personality like the personality here? Is he like, oh, I'm a number one jock boy?
Yeah, he's kind of braggadocious. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Jubilee. Now we know that she's white here, but whatever, right?
Yeah.
What did you think of her here? As far as an introduction character concerned, I'm like, that's fine. But then you are just really, really kind of trying to use the cartoon as your basis. But
yeah, pretty much.
But you didn't watch all of it.
No.
Yeah.
And she kind of just like, I kind of forgot she was there, even though she was kind of like one of the main characters. So
that's where kind of maybe partially in your head was just looking for an Asian chick, and you
literally, I kept on forgetting halfway through. It's like, oh yeah, that's Jubilee. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there was that bit where that Emma Frost was meant to be like, oh yeah, come to get your mutant DNA, whatever it is, take off your jacket or something, and you got the skin like, being a bit of a yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, why do you need to take off your jacket to do this, whatever? But what if you say so?
Yeah.
Anyway, but Emma Frost, I was like, okay, yeah, I don't know about that.
It's not great.
Yeah, not particularly Jubilee-ish to me.
Nope.
Not particularly use of her powers. Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, you can be cheap, but at the same time, I don't know about this entire lineup. Skin, I don't know specifically, but isn't he meant to be more pastier?
Yeah, he's meant to have like grey skin.
Yeah. And a bit more melted facial features.
Yeah, like his face is like kind of droopy and stuff like that. Yeah.
Though, would you say his powers are relatively correct?
Yeah. Kind of. His powers are just. As a kid, when I was reading this, I was like, oh, he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then as I got older and read more about him, I was like, his powers are kind of lame. Like his skin can only like stretch like 6 feet.
Yeah.
It's like you're kind of irrelevant. You're like Mr. Fantastic. You can like stretch to wherever. You got other people that can stretch and stuff, but you just 6 feet and you look like a dying. Oh, great, cool. Yeah, and it hurts most of the time you never use this stuff. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's terrible. He's lame. But I think he gets depowered in M Day. I could be wrong. And then he just has like excess skin just hanging off him. Like, that's lame.
A bit like when Blob got depowered in M Day.
Yeah, basically like that.
And he's got like just skin everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even know what the fake Cyclops' name is.
Reflect. Yeah.
You're saying he's an OC character.
Yeah.
So, all right.
So yeah.
And the girl that I call Buff, but I don't think her actual code name is Buff.
No, it is.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay.
That's what Wikipedia says. Yeah, another OC character.
Oh, maybe then, because I was calling her that, and I think that's what they call her. But then I was like, one of those things where it skirts by, and you're like, did I think that actually is that? Where you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna call it this, but did I get it from that, or was it actually that?
Yeah, no, he was correct. That's
yeah.
what they.
Yeah, because for some reason I thought I wasn't. And I was like, oh, maybe I made up her name. All right, fine, I'll just go with it. But yeah, she's not in the comics either.
Nah, made up for this. Yeah.
Okay.
To help the viewers understand, which it doesn't. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot of things wrong with this.
Yeah, where'd you start? Where'd you begin?
And I wouldn't want to see any more of it if this was
no, same.
Yeah. I'm like, why?
yeah. Like, the only reason why they did this, like I was saying before, because Generation X was kind of a thing at the time. So like, yeah, we can use this and we'll get people into wanting to see this.
Yeah.
Like,
if I watched this and I didn't know about the comics, I'd be like, F that.
Yeah, I'm like, oh wow, this is budget.
Yeah. Exactly. It made me not want to read those comics.
No, it'll put me off it, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
Yeah, but shifting gears, Gifted, really good actually.
Yeah, man, Gifted was dope.
I was like, okay, they're using some of the characters from X-Men Days of Future Past, but as I've only watched the first 4 episodes, if this is like taking place in 2017, right?
Yes.
And Days of Future Past is in 2023. It could be how that future group got together.
Yeah.
All right. Because they did cast Blink Asian, and I don't know if Blink is Asian in the comics. She's purple skinned.
I think they've changed it to be Asian, if I'm honest.
Well, but Blink is Asian in Days of Future Past, so it was like, all right, if you're telling me it's the prequel, it's technically a prequel of this group getting together. I see it. Yeah, John Proudstar not being super built.
But I like that. I was like, okay, you got to make it realistic. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, fine. I was fine with it because I was like, look, people look like they do in movies because they got the time to do it.
Yeah.
If you don't got the time to do it and he's got to look consistent throughout the entire series, just leave him be.
Yeah.
I did like how there was. It shows. It's very X-Men to me because it's like, okay, there's mutants and there's people that hate mutants, there's people that dislike mutants, people that's just ill-educated about mutantism.
Yeah.
And then the people that will switch.
Yeah.
Like that human dude who was the prosecutor.
Yeah.
Bill from what's it called? True Blood.
Yeah. Reed Strucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I was like, all right. And then you had the kid. So that family had the daughter who was popular.
Yeah.
Silvers and Clouds from Gotham.
Oh yeah.
You had the brother who was bullied.
Yeah.
And like sticks. Look. So okay. So she is physically built like you would expect a girl to be around that age. Yeah.
Yeah.
This boy looks too slender for. No wonder he gets bullied on. Like as far as TV movie, as far as anything for that visual media is concerned, he looks like a guy who would.
Yeah, he doesn't really help himself. Yeah.
No, yeah, but it's just like even when you got the mutant resistance.
Yeah.
It's like it seems to me that the mutant resistance, or the group that is the what are they gonna okay, the Gifted, yeah.
Yeah.
But the main core group, what are they called? Because they don't have a name, do they?
Nah, because they're not the Brotherhood because they're not evil.
No. But okay, the main characters, I'll just call them that for now.
Yeah, subpart X. I'll say because they said the X-Men kind of gave them their mission.
Yeah. And we can't call them Generation X or New Mutants because those names are already taken.
Just call them the Next Men. Yeah.
yeah. We could do that for now, even though there is a comic book called Next Men.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, we like that group, the cool group with can't remember their name. I know Proudstar's one of them.
Proudstar. Eclipse. So I think Eclipse. Yeah. And Polaris.
Yeah, Polaris got her storyline of being in jail, which I wanted to see how that concluded.
Oh yeah.
And how they break her out and stuff like that. So that's what it takes 4 episodes to get to. And I was like, all right, fair. And then you got the wider group that they have. the other the I want to say that I don't call them the brothers because that's not who they are.
No.
But they're right now. I like it because it's a group of mutants, right? Who don't specifically have a gender one way or another.
Man, they're just trying to survive. Yeah.
But you can see how they're going to splinter.
Yeah.
To like people are going to start taking sides, whether they switch sides or not, or back and forth. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it's one of those where you're like, okay, this could go in this direction and that could go in that direction. A lot of intrigue.
Yeah.
The oh my goodness, that girl Dreamer who can give her memories to people to make them to do stuff, right?
Yeah.
And manipulate them. And I was like, right. And when she used her memory, she gave Blink her memory with John Proudstar to make Blink then use her ability to make the portal to save them.
Yeah.
And then John Proudstar was like, "What did you do?" And he's like, "Yeah," because he was onto it right away. He was like, "You got to stop doing that."
Yeah. And super messed up.
And Dreamer's like, I had to get them to rescue you. And he's like, it's like at that point, he's like, fair enough. But at the same time, now this poor girl thinks she's infatuated with me.
Yeah. That's one of the messed up powers when you think about it. Like,
No, but that's what I'm like. Actually, that's going to cause friction, and that's I don't want to say necessarily if they're meant to do it or not. But I was like, how's this going to turn out? That's one of the things I was like, Blink is going to realize at some point, right?
Yeah, it comes ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I was like, there's a lot, and then you got the other strings of Stephen Moyer, who was like not necessarily anti-mutant because he was a prosecutor, but then he's like, look, I'll do anything to save my family. Yeah, I'll dob these guys in, except that then when he's in that truck with the other mutant family, and he's like, oh shit, I got that track in my leg. I'm a scumbag.
Yep.
Yeah. And then when they finally rescue him, when him and Polaris get rescued, and he's like, just because he's a mutant sympathizer, he gets dropped into a family. Because technically the FBI are like, well, no, you disobeyed us, and you said you were going to help us find them. Even though the FBI's got dirty beef with them for no reason. Like, all right, we want to find these mutants. Yeah. But it's just like, okay. You are making these mutants make the decisions they're making because you're hounding them.
Yeah. Because the way you're treating them, that's why they're doing. Yeah.
And then you're so hypocritical because like when the rescue plan goes, the mutants are unable to use their abilities because the rescue plan goes awry.
Yeah.
Because there is a mutant. So they had a mutant friend who could stop technology or whatever it is, and they could also stop mutations. So the FBI, the government, whatever, is like, okay, we don't want no mutants. We hate them all. We're going to arrest them or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're going to use them. We're going to mind wipe them or whatever we did with him. And then we're going to use them against each other. Yeah, they could be our weapons. And I'm like, wow, all right.
Oh, yeah. It's just the worst.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing. There's a lot of this where it's like, there's hypocrisy. There's not necessarily backstabbing, but there's people that with their own agendas. There's a lot of stuff, and I'm like,
it keeps going through the whole season. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's good. Like, it's good.
As far as an action adventure series, this got a lot of stuff with it.
Yeah, watch it, man. I'm saying if you can carry on with it, it's pretty dope.
I did like as well when the family went to their uncle's place.
Yeah,
and then you got they got those beauty haters go outside, and they're like, "Yeah, let us in." I was like, "That son, you're a fool, right?"
Yep.
But yeah, when they're like high-faced uncle and they're gonna break in, then you got the bullied kid. He starts bursting the door. Leave us alone. I'm like, oh no, you're making. I can see how you making things worse, but at the same time, this is where you're like, I'm assuming they want you to think that he's joined the Brotherhood.
Yeah.
But because he's still with his family, he might not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's one of those things like, which way is he going to go? He's an angry young kid right now, but he could control himself later on,
Yeah.
And there was something else I was going to point out as well that I did like, but it's dropped out. Polaris in jail with the with the people that run the ladies that run the show there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that storyline's going to get picked up later on, but it's like she's getting bullied in jail. and she gets beat up, and then they're gonna kick. She was pregnant, and they're gonna kick her in the stomach. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like, woo!
Yeah. I'm like, wow, jeez, you people, man.
Yeah, that's a bit
right away.
far.
Yeah,
especially I know you're in jail and stuff, but that's a bit of a
yeah, exactly. But I don't know if this jail lady will come back later on. It just seems that they're gonna have beef, and if this that the lady who is the top prisoner or whatever it is doesn't make an appearance later on, then it'd be like you set up something, then you got this girl out of jail, and then you've got nothing for her later. Like there's, why did she go to jail? You know, just so they could rescue her? I don't know, but maybe there'll be more about that later on. Maybe there won't.
Yeah, there kind of is. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say because if they just left it, that'd be bad writing. But this is kind of done pretty well so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is one of the tragedies of the Fox merger with Disney. They got cancelled.
Yeah, I did like as well when they were showing something that happened earlier on before the season started, where the family's gone bowling, the Strucker family, and some girl can't control her mutant powers.
Yeah,
it just like a vibrating power or something like that.
Yeah.
People are laughing at her, even though she ain't done nothing. And then when so her dad's trying to say to these people, stop laughing at my kid. She gets frustrated at her dad for as you do, because when you're a teenager, you target the person that you can, and a lot of people you can't, apparently.
Yeah.
Right? Like, shouldn't you be having to go at the people that are laughing at you? Because your dad's just trying to make sure that you ain't going to be turn evil or whatever. They just like, leave my kid alone, man. As you would if you're a parent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then she's like, what? How does she just kind of sends a minor shockwave.
Yeah.
And then he's like, that's what you get for winning my kid. He's like, oh no, you people laughed at her, kind of started it, right?
Yeah.
And then you got the Mr. Strucker go over to him and said, look, I'm afraid of prosecutor. And I was like, oh, how's this gonna turn out? But he was like, look, technically what your daughter did was cause property damage. If I was you, I'd get out of here. Now I'm 100% not being antagonistic to you.
Yeah.
Agonistic. To just for your own safety, you need to go before you get prosecuted.
Antagonistic. There we go.
Yeah. Before they come after, before they call the police or whoever, and then you guys could genuinely get in trouble.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, okay. See, he seems like a fair guy. As far as character goes, so we'll just see how everything else works out.
Yeah, dude, lots of messed up stuff. Not messed up, but like there's lots of like moments of watching like, oh wow, I don't know how I would be in that situation.
Yeah. What rating is it? Is it 12A or?
I think it's like a 12A.
Okay. We'll see. Or like 50, maybe some parts of it be 15.
Yeah, I think it's like some of the episodes are 12A, and I think some might be like 15 and stuff.
Yeah, because there's a bit like, first of all, how you gonna threaten to kill someone's unborn kid by kicking their stomach? I'm sure that's not a 12A soldier.
No.
And then where Stephen Moyer's like to Polaris, the pins in my leg. I like how they set up previously. The pins in my leg, take them out with your magnetism powers.
Yeah. And
use it to help us escape. I'm like, oof. Ooh,
that's gonna hurt.
Yeah. But it's just like there he is. He's made his face turn. He's cemented his face turn.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, okay. Yeah,
and then later on in the season, you find more about him and the family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
I might have spoiled it, but I think you don't hear it, so it's fine.
No. No. You're vague enough that I don't know, and you're probably making me trying to think ahead of the thing I'm watching, but I'm going to watch it anyways.
Yeah.
And it's not like, by the way, when it came on TV, I can burn through it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But to be fair though, it's something, unless you read the X-Men and stuff, you won't kind of notice what I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
gotcha.
So you might be fine.
Yeah. But yeah, it's all the Polaris give me very much Jessica Drew vibes, by the way.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
But she's good. She's good in this.
Yeah. I did think it was intriguing. When they put the tiles of you're on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
and you go to what the titles of the episode's called.
Yeah.
And they got specific capital letters.
Yep.
And they're all... Yeah.
I didn't clock this until after watching the show. Like, watching, I was like, oh, that's weird. And I was like, oh, yeah, the special... yeah, that makes sense.
So in the first season, they've got the X's capitalized. In the second season, they got the M's capitalized. I'm like, all right, well, they're going for 4 seasons and have it X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish they did, but...
Yeah. But then again, why would a 4-season show is going to be pretty short for what they're all trying to go for.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, as I was saying, as I magically put it together, they're going to end up at a Days of Future Past timeline.
Yeah, it could be in that.
Or kind of not. I don't know.
Something. Yeah, it was leading to something. Yeah. Because, like, the show did good ratings, so I don't see why it wouldn't have got a third season, but like I said, the Disney thing kind of killed it.
So you're saying you would have liked to see more of
this? I'd love to see more of this.
Okay, as far as an X-Men centric series, do you think it hit the correct points?
I would say,
go on.
Like, for... Like, it's got the bits, if you're an X-Men fan, you'll notice bits. But it's also, like, really kind of, to me, new viewer friendly, if that makes sense. Like, if you know a basic, like, oh, there's X-Men.
Yeah.
I mean, you can watch this and not feel, like, confused.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
No, I thought I didn't specifically know the members of the teams and where they're going to go. Like, as far as in the comics, what groups they fall in line with, right? But, so that's what I found good in the series. It's like, they could go anywhere, and I'd be like, all right, that makes sense. If the series makes it make sense, that's fine.
Yeah. Because, like, obviously, but that Eclipse, he's a made-up character for the show.
Okay.
He's not in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, there's other people like Jace Turner, you know, that he's kind of hunting them.
Yeah.
He's made up for the show as well.
Yeah.
So the kids, they're made up for the show.
Yeah.
The only real characters really are like Thunderbird and Polaris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Blink.
Yeah, and Blink. Yeah.
Well,
but there's some later on that are, like, there's like cameos of like lesser known mutants like Morlocks and stuff. So
I think, but that gives them freedom to do anything they want.
Yeah.
Without too much of a backlash. Because, for example, if you had the Wolverine in a series and then you wanted to make it fake out that he turned to join the Brotherhood, people might be in uproar. You know? Or Cyclops, because Cyclops, you know, depending on how you do it. But if you have a bunch of people that people aren't too familiar with and have no complete attachment to, then you're okay. Now, so in order of what I'd rate this, I'd say Gifted number 1. I'd be like New Mutants and Legion, kind of similar-ish.
Okay, yeah, I see that. Yeah.
I mean, if New Mutants was a series, would I watch more of it? Yeah, depends on how they would have done it as a series.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, all right, I've been intrigued enough to be okay. What's the main storyline on this? Yeah. Legion, like you're saying, it's like one of those you have to watch more and more of to actually get what's going on. So fair enough.
Yeah.
Generation X.
I could do without.
now, would you say Generation X is worse than the Justice League TV movie?
No, I'll actually say this might be slightly better than a Justice League TV movie.
Oh wow!
And that's like a slightly, like a percentage.
Okay.
Because because they kind of tried, but it didn't.
Are you saying that? You say with the Justice League TV movie they didn't even try?
No, because that looks so budget, like it's unbelievable. But with this, it looks like they kind of tried to do something.
Now, speaking of TV series, mutant related, right? What did you? I know we kind of slightly went through, but Mutant X.
Yeah.
What did you watch the entire season? Okay, this is kind of it's related to Fox or whatever it is, right? But just want to see if you'd seen indies and how they are X-Men but not X-Men stuff.
Yeah.
So Mutant X, what did you like? How did you find that?
It was alright.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It was like Freak of the Week adventure sort of
basically
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, I was probably expecting something a bit more X-Men related, but then it couldn't be because it wasn't allowed to be.
Yeah, basically.
Oh yeah, they're genetically engineered, whatever, if you say so. So you can't. They can be mutants, but with particular abilities, because I think there's 4 different types of mutant they have in Mutant X.
Yeah.
But in the X-Men lore, you can have any abilities of anything, right?
Yeah.
Even
what did you think of Heroes? Like this, the most, well, the power's kind of repeated, but yeah.
Well, yeah, because I think there's different levels of. Well, that's the awkward thing, isn't it? When you can only have 4 types of power or whatever.
Yeah.
You can have people of that power level that have more power, or lower tier versions of that power.
Yeah.
But yeah, not specifically that power.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Not specifically different types of power. Sorry. Okay. What did you think of Heroes?
It was okay. First season, and after that, it kind of just went.
Yeah, actually, I thought what, as far as X-Men kind of is concerned, Heroes is very X-Men, but also not because they couldn't call themselves X-Men.
I wouldn't even say Heroes is X-Men if I'm honest, because the only thing you could say is it's kind of X-Men-ish is because they all got powers, but like there's no like team chromatey or something. No. Yeah, it's just...
but watching Heroes made me think, okay, you can pull off an X-Men TV series actually.
I didn't get that vibe from it. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
Like I was saying before, like Heroes is sort of like this. Oh, we just got to follow this one person. Then they meet up. Yeah. Oh, and then they go. Yeah, didn't really get X-Men vibe from it.
Okay. And off the top of my head, the one final one that that's kind of X related, but not mutant related as well, kind of, but not really. Inhumans. What did you think of that?
Ooh.
Did you see it?
I didn't even watch it.
Oh,
this is when I was boycotting everything Inhumans because Marvel decided we're going to push the Inhumans instead of the X-Men because Fox is making X-Men stuff, so we don't want to.
Yeah. That's why I was like, so because we can't have the mutants. They're so petty. We can't have mutants. So what we'll do is we'll have the Inhumans instead and use them as our mutants. Yeah. All right.
And sales proved that didn't work, but yeah.
Well, I watched it. I watched the first season, which is like 10 episodes and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, but it wasn't intriguing with the way it was written.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, kind of, but
yeah.
What are you doing exactly? Are you trying to make a mutant show that isn't
a mutant
based on X-Men?
Yeah.
But you're also trying to tell me that this isn't what it is. Like, you're just like, okay, whatever,
Yeah, it's just.
It was fine. It wasn't amazing. It was fine.
Like that's what I heard. It was fine. Like a lot of people just crapped on it. Apparently, like saying, "Oh, it's budget, the CGI." I'm like, it's a TV show. Of course, the CGI is not gonna be like super like.
Well, they try. I think they put the first two episodes on IMAX or something. Tried to make it a big thing.
Yeah, which kind of sets up disappointment. But yeah.
Yeah.
I might give it a watch at some point.
Yeah. Because by the way, this is other series that I have not seen, so I can't comment on how much there is mutations in it. No, even though I've read comics, and there's some mutants in the comics. Runaways.
Oh yeah, I watched the first season of Runaways. I thought it was alright.
Yeah.
They changed a few people, but yeah.
Is it exactly like how the comics went?
No, in a way, yes and no.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the best way of putting it.
All right. Are there mutants involved? Because if not, then I just break up for no reason.
No,
Even though one of the characters is a mutant in the comics, right?
In the comics, she's
think,
a mutant, unless they change it. Yeah.
Okay.
Molly, yeah, she might be a mutant, but unless they change it to something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the best way of me putting it. It's all right.
Yeah. I'm off the top of your head. Is there any more X-related, not mutant-related something?
Well, it depends because Cloak and Dagger originally were mutants and they weren't mutants, and it so.
I thought, okay, hold on. As far as I remember the comics, right? Yeah. And then you can tell me if I'm off key, yeah. Oh no, but are you thinking of the ultimate version of Cloak and Dagger?
No, I'm talking about the mainstream.
Yeah. Weren't they kidnapped and they injected with some sort of drug?
Yeah, apparently. Again, this is where it gets all muffled up. Which apparently opened up their mutant abilities. Then there was a point where they were mutants because there was a part of the Dark X-Men and stuff like that. And there was on
was that a retcon that they had mutants to begin with?
Oh, I think so. Unless
of course, but what they're saying is the drugs that they got injected with that create their mutant abilities was mutant growth hormone. Then you can all wrap it up together.
I think that's how they rechanged it again. Yeah,
yeah. What, that TV series was any good?
I haven't watched it.
Okay. Are you going to? You're going to have try and find it?
At some point, yeah. I guess I'll give it a try.
Would it be on Disney Plus?
I think it was. Yeah.
I never saw it when it came out as well, but I don't know why. I guess there wasn't a Disney Plus when it came out, so I couldn't work out where it was.
But yeah, I think maybe.
Okay. Well, yeah, but okay. Are they mutants in as far as the TV series goes?
Nah, I doubt it because again, this was before Marvel got the rights. I mean, I should say Disney got the rights to using the mutants. So
okay, so would they be Inhumans?
Probably not. They're probably just
genetically modified humans. No. Let me backtrack a second. But you were saying about how Molly is a mutant in Runaways.
Yep.
But in the TV series, she's not.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So then, how does she get her abilities? And don't tell me she's born with it, because if she's born with it, then she's a mutant, right?
Stone or something. It's
okay.
It's been a while since I've seen it, and I was like,
oh yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. It's just like, okay. I suppose. Great. Yeah. I don't bloody know anymore.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Okay. So of all. Okay. So I know we just rated the 4 that we really spoke about, but you've seen all of Mutant X, and we're like, okay, were you like? I think they were setting up. Would they go 3 seasons?
I think it's 3 seasons
because they ended up on a cliffhanger. Would you have liked to see more? Would you be like, let them resolve the cliffhanger, and then the enough is enough?
Yeah, because I kind of stopped caring, to be fair, with Mutant X. I was just watching it in the background. Because my parents they kind of watch it still to this day, because it's on like one of those channels on Sky.
Like the horror channel.
Yeah, and
that's why I watched it.
Okay, Mutant X, yay. They're trying to get me, because like, again, being a child when it came out, I was like, oh yeah, Mutant X, I like mutants. It's my time to do X-Men. Nope. And then
nope, okay. Heroes, you're saying you watched it, like, the entire thing? Because even Heroes Reborn?
I think I watched season 1, 2, 3. I gave up halfway through because it got a bit weird with the whole. Is that the one, the circus season 3?
Isn't that season 5?
Oh no, there's one season where they go to there's a circus involved with it. I just stopped caring.
So that's season 4. I think season 3 is where they went to the alternate dimension. And then when they collapsed that dimension, no one mentioned of the people that were trapped in there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I just gave up with it.
Yeah, well, I don't like you're saying. Season 1 was really good. Yeah. I watched all of the entire lot of it, and I was like, it became less and less. It kept my attention less and less as it went through. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, don't know about the Heroes Reborn.
Yeah, I haven't watched that.
I don't know if I bother watching that, but
I heard it's terrible. But
yeah.
That's other people's opinion, but I have no like interest in.
Okay.
Possibly.
So the Inhumans that I've watched, I would tell you probably not to, unless you're just gonna watch it for because it's a Marvel property. I think you could skip it.
Okay.
Yeah. You know?
I will then. I will.
It doesn't add anything to lore. Doesn't take away anything from the lore. It's not. Yeah, and they're gonna be irrelevant when because now Marvel can use mutants.
Yeah.
You know?
They showed how irrelevant it was in was it Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
How
well, I'll tell you the other thing. I'll tell you the other thing. You could the first 2 episodes you could watch, and then you can just there's only 10 episodes, right?
Yeah.
But I think what they did was play the first 2 episodes as though it was a movie, like an IMAX, like it's a movie.
Yeah, yeah.
And if that doesn't intrigue you to watch the rest, then don't bother. You know.
Oh, okay. I'll give it a shot.
But yeah, I'd probably be skippable. But because it's only 10 episodes, you'll probably just watch your way through and be like, okay.
So, that was the thing. Okay.
Yeah. Runaways. You telling me to watch it?
Nah.
Okay.
If it's something, if you're bored, I say watch it because it's alright. I enjoyed the first season. I didn't get around to watching the second season.
I did read the comics, so if I'm a fan of the comics, would I be would I find value in watching it, or would you be like?
No, I think you actually might find it intriguing. Like, oh, okay, that's the changes they've made. Oh,
okay,
sure.
Cloak and Dagger. Are we going to bother watching it?
I
probably will. It depends on how many episodes.
Yeah, I'll say yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently, there's 3 seasons of Runaways, and Cloak and Dagger in season 3.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I might just if I watch Runaways, I'll probably end up watching Cloak and Dagger because, like in the CW series when they do crossovers, stuff doesn't make sense sometimes.
Yeah.
If you don't know, and the other thing is, even if it does make sense, someone's storyline, there's a run through of something else going on that you'd be like, all right, now I need to know what's going on in their series.
Yeah.
Okay. That's yeah. So I guess that answers our question of whether we're going to watch them or not. Then.
Yeah, looks like we're going to have to. Yeah.
All right, that closes us up for this episode of Trip Around the Multiverse. Yeah. Who
have you been?
Yeah. Yeah. I had one, and I just completely it slipped my mind right at the end there. But yeah, I'm the I'm the fake Irish man who is teaching at the fake Xavier Institute. See my chum?
Yeah. And I am the creepy smiley face guy that comes to you in your dreams. That's from New Mutants. Oh yeah, but I say that bit was quite scary. Like Ileana's, that was
okay. Yeah, I thought you meant the guy from Generation X, but no. There is no. I those nightmares, like those nightmare stuff, I did like.
Yeah,
I did like as well when it seemed to me. So Magic was kind of flirting with is it Sunspot?
Yeah, Sunspot
in the pool.
Yeah,
right. But it must have been some sort of nightmare he had with something else that happened, because it seemed to me he might have had a altercation at the time with someone, like one of his girlfriends or whatever, and he set it on fire or whatever.
Oh, that's his backstory. Yeah, he killed his girlfriend.
Yeah.
His girlfriend.
Yeah, it's like that was a replication of something pulled from his memory.
Yeah,
and which is like why he doesn't want to go on fire. But it's funny because because he was doing it out of the pool and he thought it was magic, even though magic was elsewhere.
Yeah,
because the nightmares all like manifested in reality. Anyways, and then the scientist lady just grabbed a broomstick and shoved him into the pool. I was like, yes.
Oh. Yeah.
But the thing is, I like the build for it as well, because when he was like setting on, when they were being set on fire, and then when he was on fire, like it was a horror show.
Yeah.
Like the way he was setting it.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, nicely done actually. And it's not played for laughs, by the way. When she pushed him into the pool, it's like he's panicking.
Yeah,
he's panicking in his fire form, and he needs to get put out because he's just gonna probably burn everyone to death.
Yeah, so I was like, that's cool. I like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and thank you for listening to us talk about the X-Men adjacent TV properties. Let us know what one your favorite. Did you watch Gifted when it came out, or have you watched it on Disney Plus? Did you enjoy it? Did you watch Legion and its weird mind F stuff? Yeah, because it gets a lot more weirder of going.
All right. Yeah. And you know what? If it starts, so I might, after watching it all, I might be like, you know what? I changed my mind on how I'm viewing it. But I'll have to watch everything first.
Yeah, watch it first. It's great. And
Generation X, did you think that was complete and utter?
To be fair though, I bet you if you went and found, if we looked online, there's probably people that loved it. So I'm not gonna like badmouth it.
Well, okay, what was shown to what I saw, I did not like.
Yeah. Even in 1997 when I watched it a year later, I didn't like it. But
the thing is, as well, is that the way that Gift is done, where there's, or even Legion, where there's powers, but they don't have too much of a budget to show it too much.
Yeah.
Generation X, they like didn't even have the budget for that.
No.
Yeah. There was an episode of Heroes where Peter Petrelli and Siler were having a fight. Like, they had all their powers and everything like that. And this is early on this season, so they didn't have too much budget to do anything. They had one of the main characters run into a closet or something.
Yeah.
And then you had the light show, like the door shaking because there's stuff happening, impact happening, and then a light show behind them.
Yeah.
While they're holding the door shut. So it's like, all right, there's ways to do things without actually having to do them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So let us know. You can do that by, as always, go and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and all the nice links to our handles is in the description. If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And if you're listening to this on the audio stuff, don't forget to give our podcast a positive rating because it gets out there in the universe and more people start listening to it. And yeah, and then until next time, guys, I'd like to thank you all for taking a trip with us around the multiverse. Bye.
Bye.